What's up, everyone? This is day 15 of our little Polyphasic sleep trial.
Day 15, woo, it's been two weeks. We started 2 Sundays ago.
Yeah, so it's been a fun time since then. A lot of sleep deprivation, but starting to see the light on the other side of the tunnel. Last night had an hour and a half oversleep when I went to a movie. I fell asleep during the movie. Wasn't too exciting. Before the movie, I went like 8 hours without going to sleep, climbing in between that, and I wasn't really tired too much during that big chunk of time, but afterwards I ended up paying for it by falling asleep during the movie. But it was only an hour and a half, so it wasn't that big of a deal, but I think I've learned my lesson. No more movies until I'm totally adapted.
Or you just gotta watch a more exciting movie.
Yeah, or just a better movie.
Batman. You wouldn't have fallen asleep during Batman.
Yeah, we watched Spider-Man this morning, Spider-Man 3, but didn't fall asleep at all during that.
Spider-Man.
Or The Amazing Spider-Man, whatever.
We watched it on, anyway.
If you want to talk.
Yeah, I also fell asleep during that movie. And, well, one thing that I've done now, yesterday I talked about how I was going to change schedules, and I started doing that this morning. I've switched over to what is known as Everyman 4. Which is every man with 4 naps. So what that means is I sleep for 2 hours during the morning, roughly the same time every day. So I'm going to shoot for, I did 3 to 5. Actually, I overslept a half hour, so it was 3 to 5:30 today. But I think I'm going to shoot for 2:30 to 4:30 in the morning as my core sleep time. And then I'll get 4 naps throughout the day of 20 minutes. So I'll be getting a total of 3 hours and 20 minutes of sleep. It's not quite 2 hours, that Trevor's going to be getting on his schedule, but I needed to make this change because I just couldn't do it. I couldn't stick with the periodic 20-minute naps. I think the reason why I had so much difficulty was because we weren't doing Uberman. Like I might not have been able to adapt to Uberman, but if I had been able to get on it, the consistency of it would have given my body something to get used to. But since we're doing Spammo, which is more laid back and says you can sleep whenever you want, my body was never able to adapt to it, and it was just always in a state of confusion. So doing the Everyman to get some regularity in my schedule, and so yeah, we're filming this a little later than normal. We forgot to film this morning. It's like 11 a.m. right now, and yeah, we feel great. I feel great. You feel great?
Yeah,
feel great. Maybe it has something to do with oversleeping. Maybe it has, for me, definitely everything to do with getting that core sleep this morning. The reason I overslept that half hour was because I put my alarm too close to me, and I was in a deep sleep. It's hard to set the alarm to wake you up at the exact moment that you end your last REM cycle. So I was in a deep sleep when the alarm went off. And just out of reflex, I turned it off and went back to sleep. And luckily, Trevor woke me up. So tonight, I'm going to put my alarm farther away from me so that I can't just go back to sleep. I have to get up and turn it off.
Yeah, I started doing that too. It's important to get your alarm away from you because when you're in deep sleep, you're just kind of a zombie when you wake up and you don't really remember what happened. You don't remember turning the alarm off. So if you try to go polyphasic and you set an alarm, and in the morning you realize you overslept, you don't remember the alarm waking you up, you tend to blame technology and say, oh, the alarm didn't go off, but it's usually because you turned it off when you just don't remember. So to fix that, just got to get up to get out of bed. Sometimes if you don't have someone else to check up on you, maybe you have 2 or 3 alarms to go off at the same time just to help get you up out of bed.
Make sure they go off at the same time. Don't stagger them, or else you're just going to, oh, I'll have 1 more minute. I have 1 more minute. So you have to be the same time.
Yeah, and so I feel great. I was feeling good even before I did the little oversleep yesterday, and I think I'm close to the time where I start to actually be productive at night, and so we'll keep reporting back on that and keep you guys updated.
By the way, you got 2 hours of sleep, or no, I got 2 hours of sleep, so you had 2 hours of free time where I wasn't there finally.
Yeah.
So what did you do during those 2 hours?
Yeah, it was great. I mostly danced and just enjoyed not having, and also the house was empty besides Josh too, so it was good. Didn't have to worry about waking everybody up, so it was good.
Cool. Yeah, so that's it's been 2 weeks that we've done this. For me, the hardest part came in the last few days. The first week and a half was pretty relatively easy.
Which is really weird.
Yeah, that's completely contradictory to most people's experience. Maybe, once again, maybe it's got to do with our diet. A few people have gone polyphasic while on a raw food diet. But yeah, there's no signs that we're gonna stop anytime soon. Now that I'm every man, I feel that I can continue this with a lot more ease. So yeah, stay tuned. We'll keep doing these videos until we've gotten to a state of normality with our sleeping. Cool. So catch you later. Sweet dreams.